The ring of water. Amino acid, phenylalanine. The ring of water draws humans along their inevitable journey to self-realization. This is the great feminine ring, made of two of the prime feminine gene keys in the human genome. The ring of water forms a kind of eternal genetic knot with its polarity, the ring of fire. These two chemical families move us along the trajectory of our destinies, ensuring that our genetic material finds its opposite match. Even deep within the body, these chemical families set the primal blueprint for the balance of all the opposing forces inside us. It is in the crossfire of these two codon rings that the mystical figure of 8 is forged within each of us. This eternal love knot deep within our planetary gene pool sets each man and each woman squarely on the human journey. The ring of fire. Amino acid, lysine. When the inner divine fire is released through your DNA, you become capable of miraculous power. The codon ring of fire unites the two cities of beauty and bounteousness. As such, it represents the energetic gem at the heart of creation and the purpose of existence itself, to create that which is endlessly beautiful and to imbue it with the awareness that it is endlessly beautiful. Genius is intimately connected to this idea of freshness and newness. When your fire is burning, everyone wants to gather around you and partake of your warmth and inspiration. But when your fire dies to a mere flicker, it is as though you become unnoticeable. If you then try to rekindle your creativity through force of will, you will only end up making huge compromises, both with yourself and with others. For the ring of fire, life is either completely engaged or fully at rest. The ring of union. Amino acid, valine. The ultimate role of the ring of union is in the purification of human relationships across our planet. Containing the collective codes to bring the human family into realization of its state of higher union, these 4 gene key have long governed human relationship patterns and their dysfunction on our planet. The combined dynamic of virtue with forgiveness, devotion, and transparency sets the stage for a completely new phenomenon to be seated in humanity, collective leadership. This codon ring is currently undergoing a great deal of spontaneous mutation in our DNA and is directly responsible for a huge shift in the way in which we humans relate, particularly through our sexuality and gender. The ring of light. Amino acid, threonine. The ring of light forms a set of 4 chemical codes whose ultimate role is to determine the blueprint of how your body captures, stores, and transmutes light waves into energy. Through the magnetism of your living aura, you draw in or limit the frequencies of light deep into the cellular structure of your body. If you live your life out of fear, magnetically speaking, you limit the amount of light that touches your DNA. The more open-hearted you are, the more you magnetize higher frequencies into that very same DNA. It is only at certain frequencies that particular codes can be activated. This codon ring addresses the central message of the entire gene keys transmission, that you as a human being wield the power to consciously or unconsciously raise or lower the frequency of light entering your body, thereby altering your reality through the medium of your DNA. The ring of alchemy. Amino acid, glycine. This very powerful genetic grouping, known as the ring of alchemy, plays a pivotal role in the transformation of the human species. Each of these 4 gene keys will transmute your DNA so that there is no longer any interference in your physical body. This is a very powerful genetic grouping. The 6th gift is breaking down the barriers in human relationships. The 40th gift is forging this new openness into our communities. The 47th gift is allowing us to transform our old ways, and the 64th gift is opening us to a fresh set of possibilities for living in a new way. This is the job of this codon ring, to activate a process of karmic release that allows your highest subtle bodies can manifest directly through your physical body. By transforming our old ways and opening us to a fresh set of possibilities, These deep alchemical processes will gradually bring peace to Earth. The ring of humanity. Amino acid, arginine. The sacred wound at the heart of humanity and the reason for all of our suffering can be unlocked by the gene keys that make up the ring of humanity. As one of the most complex codon groups, each of the 6 gene keys in this group represents an archetypal aspect of the human story, together encapsulating all the mythic elements of what it means to be a human being. Wounded from the outset. 25. You must do battle with your shadows. 38. Overcome the limitations of your mind. 17. Surrender your need to control life. 21. And find your true self. 10. Before you can awaken. 51. You can see from this very profound grouping how deeply bonded we humans are by the same basic dramas. Many of the gene keys in this codon group concern love and the human capacity to trust in the authority of the heart. The very blueprints of our human destiny and the future evolution of humankind lie coiled within this ring, along with the 6 essential human attributes truly natural and inherent to our species. The ring of secrets. Amino acid, terminator, stop codon. This 12th gene key, along with the 56th and the 33rd, is related to what science terms the stop or terminator codons. On a purely archetypal level, the 3 stop codons, known collectively as the Ring of Trials, can be seen as 3 great mythic trials that test human beings on their road to self-realization. Within the mystery of the 21 codon rings, this 12th gene key forms a ring of its own within the Ring of Trials known as the Ring of Secrets. Only when you have attained the highest peak of consciousness does the mystical event occur. You give up everything you have attained. You have to court annihilation. This abyss must be crossed in order for higher consciousness to dawn, and the crossing of death is a symbolic letting go of all your hard-earned knowledge. It is the ultimate purification in which you meet your own death and are reborn in a higher sphere. The Ring of Purification. Amino acid, glutamine. The Ring of Purification guides humanity to evolve through progressive cycles of cleansing and purification. It takes us on a journey through the purifying fires of consciousness where our beings begin to relinquish the hold of desire. As one of the great human genetic battlefields, there is now a large body of scientific evidence linking its amino acid, glutamine, to various functions and malfunctions in our gut. Symbolically, one might draw a connection between how effectively we human beings process our past and how effectively our body eliminates waste. The Ring of Seeking. Amino acid, serine. This codon ring is the great pressure codon inside human DNA. Each of the 6 gene keys within this group drives an aspect of human evolutionary movement. In the shadow frequency, this pressure creates stress and fear. In the higher frequencies, this pressure generates creativity and aspiration to rise up to greater spiritual awakening. Together, these 6 pressures drive you to seek answers that can bring an end to the longing inside you. All seeking is therefore partially rooted in dissatisfaction, and all seeking will eventually lead you inwards. It is this turning in that unlocks the huge reservoirs of vitality that are available to you when you relax enough. As you see that all seeking is simply life looking for itself, you begin to stop seeking. As the pressure within you falls away, the vital energy becomes clearer and more radiant within. The Ring of Prosperity. Amino acid, cysteine. This codon ring is the master program in your DNA for activating true prosperity. The ring produces a high frequency generating vast abundance across the gene pools. The Ring of Prosperity shows us that the more we diversify and unite our resources, the more successful and efficient we will become. Through the fusion of human talent coupled with the power of group synergy, anything becomes possible. Which leads to the mystical secrets of the guilds. the genetic groupings of genius that when brought together can liberate prosperity exponentially throughout our civilization. The ring of matter. Amino acid, alanine. The ring of matter and its 4 specific gene keys program the human developmental process of incarnation from the point of conception to the age of 21. It is through this codon that spirit first penetrates into the world of matter and releases its true radiance. Throughout each of these cycles, the codon ring of matter and its associated gene keys play a crucial role through continued testing of the outer environment. Essentially, these gene keys are looking for constant biofeedback so that the child can orient itself in the world in a healthy manner. The 3 phases, physical, emotional, and mental, are governed by the 46th, 48th, and 18th gene keys respectively, whereas the 57th gene key lays down the even deeper seeds of these 3 phases through the 3 trimesters during gestation. Thus, this codon ring is of huge importance at the developmental level as it governs the very infrastructure of our physical, emotional, and mental health. The ring of Gaia. Amino acid, isoleucine. The ring of Gaia holds the blueprint that all beings that share this planet Earth will eventually once again live in union. This genetic grouping allows, or prevents, awareness to move between different life forms and connect all beings on Earth along the same initiatory journey. Through the ring of Gaia, we can see how our ecosystem, the living, breathing diversity of the blue/green planet and all its life forms, is destined to discover its own inner truth as one entity. This codon ring shows that evolution is a force that is breaking out from inside us, and that to unlock its secrets, we have only to look inward. All life forms, whether sentient and inanimate, are designed to experience quantum unity and discover its destiny together as one entity. The ring of Gaia contains the wisdom that everything, from the tiniest nanoparticle to the cosmos itself, has the same shining jewel of inner truth at its core. The ring of life and death. Amino acid, leucine. The ring of life and death is a complex genetic codon group governing the many processes that bring human beings in and out of form. Wheeling in the cosmic forces of creation and destruction, this ring is based upon change and the continual mutation of life. In fact, in all cycles of physical cellular mutation, life is programmed to follow the archetypal processes represented by these 6 gene keys. Its secrets are revealed in the simple wisdom of the 4 noble truths and the 8-fold path left by the Buddha. All life is change and is thus subject to cessation, and all truth lies in the awareness of the present moment. Another message contained within the ring of life and death is that the chaos of play is to be deeply trusted and revered. Play is the expression of genius, and genius always finds a new solution to the challenges it meets along the way. The ring of divinity. Amino acid, proline. Deeply connected to the true meaning of the Christ consciousness, the ring of divinity and its 4 genetic archetypes have the capacity to awaken the highest consciousness inside you, and will bring the eventual manifestation of the full divine being into the world. The ring of divinity reveals a great truth, 63. All humans are made equal in the suffering, the 37th gift of equality. Doubt makes us human, the 36th gift of humanity, and leads us to a certain graciousness, the 22nd gift, in respect of how we treat others. Because of its connection to the 22N gene key, this codon ring has much to do with the transformation of human awareness through suffering. It will bring intense emotional experiences and challenges to your life, but ultimately this codon group is about redemption. The ring of illusion. Amino acid, asparaginic acid. This binary genetic codon group is based on the illusion of death. It is coded to guide humanity through the veils of primal fear, fear of death itself, and the fears of dying unfulfilled. At the shadow level, these 2 gene keys cause human beings to keep postponing their lives, seeking a sense of purpose in the future. Yet at its core, this codon ring carries the potential for humanity to break the illusion of death altogether. It is through this simple understanding that true purpose is giving oneself 100% to every moment and living totally in the present that such an illusion is broken. The ring of no return. Amino acid, tyrosine. This mysteriously named codon, the ring of no return, refers to the evolutionary process that takes place when higher consciousness reaches the throat center in human beings. The throat center is where the greatest human initiation occurs. This is the great initiatic leap from the fourth causal body into the fifth Buddhic body. Once you begin to speak your truth and the higher involutionary currents begin to use your voice to transmit their truths, there is no return. At this point you have broken away from the lower realms forever, taking the leap from worship to embodiment. The Ring of Trials. Amino acid, terminator, stop codon. The three gene keys that make up this unique codon group are related to what science terms the stop or terminator codons. Behaving as a seal that closes up the places where we leak energy, such chemical punctuation marks have an unusual role of importance within the totality of the genetic code itself. When activated, this codon ring begins to unplug humanity from the illusory world of the outer senses. On a purely archetypal level, the three stop codons of this ring of trials lay out the great dramatic script of evolution itself, testing human beings on their road to self-realization. Every human awakening must arouse the hero or heroine inside, and that inner being must face its mythical trials. The Ring of Destiny. Amino acid, asparagine. It is through the Ring of Destiny that the two great forces of evolution and involution come together. Human destiny is caught between the polarity of these two gene keys, with the 34th representing the human urge to evolve and become more, and the 43rd representing the divine urge to evolve and dive down into the world of form. In the Ring of Destiny, the epiphany of the higher planes encounters and infuses the majesty of the body on the lower planes. The result is pure fusion as spirit enters matter and imbues it with divinity. The secret of this codon ring is the secret of timing, and down through the ages it has whispered a great truth into the ears of those whose insight is developed enough to hear it. Life is a mystery in which chance and love are dancing together. The Ring of Miracles. Amino acid, tryptophan. As the single heart of the Ring of Miracles, the 35th gene key brings the miraculous into the world. It opens up all kinds of possibilities to those who allow their minds to become like a child's. To the child, anything seems possible. This is the state of boundlessness. To activate such streams of miracles, you have to break free from the beliefs and limitations imposed on your mind by the world and those around you. Throughout history, men have flown, ascended, and dematerialized right before people's eyes. Anything is possible in the Ring of Miracles. It asks us to break the laws of form and to manifest miracles so that people can expand their awareness and open their hearts to a greater mode of being. The Ring of Origin. Amino acid, methionine initiator. The Ring of Origin plays a remarkable role within the human genetic matrix. Relating to what is known in genetics as the start codon, it operates like a front door key into the code itself. It is the marker in the genetic script from where all life springs, the prime emanation. Every single start codon inside every single cell of your body is electromagnetically linked to each other. This is the foundation of the holographic body, which in turn is linked electromagnetically to the holographic universe. Nested in the heart of the codon ring matrix sits the 41st gene key, the Ring of Origin, pulsing with the source code that it then transmits throughout the fractal network of your body and the universe. The Ring of the Illuminati. Amino acid, glutamic acid. The ring of the Illuminati is uniquely coded with the harmonic geometries of our higher evolutions. As this codon awakens throughout the human genome, the higher subtle bodies of humankind will self-organize into potent and coherent formations of awakening beings. This higher social harmony will progressively reveal itself as human beings move beyond the domain of shadow consciousness and realize the harmonic blueprint that underlies all human civilization. Humanity has always sensed the presence of the Illuminati, or Chosen Ones. We have woven them into our legends, dreams, and even our conspiracy theories. Commonly misunderstood, the Illuminati refers to a higher evolution of celestial beings or ascended masters who are not separate from us, but are our higher nature personified. We now live in the time of the gathering of the Illuminati, a time of unprecedented planetary change, where its fields of harmony draws us in and gradually transforms our cellular DNA into its highest mode of functioning. The Ring of the Whirlwind. Amino acid, histidine. The Ring of Whirlwind is a genetic codon group chemically linking the 49th gene key to the master key 55. Together, these keys are currently carrying out a powerful mutative process for humanity, bringing dramatic changes at all levels of society. Together, they create the rebirth of freedom, or the freedom of rebirth. The associated amino acid histidine is released during physical orgasm. As this codon moves through the human genome, it can be likened to a collective orgasm. A spiraling force of consciousness that ripples through the body of humanity, taking us to higher and higher levels of unity and ecstasy.